JUJI JIME, the cross lapel choke. JUJI means cross, and JIME means to squeeze together, to pinch together. And there are basically three kinds of JUJI JIME: the Gyaku reversal, Nami normal, and Kata half and half. Depends on how you hold your hands, palm down. But just a few things about cross chokes and lapel chokes, or I should say lapel chokes anyway. The lapel of the jacket, whether you're in a judo gi, jiu-jitsu gi, whatever you want to call it, it was initially invented by Jigoro Kano, the founder of judo, the pattern of jacket but we all wear today. Kano liked lapel chokes a lot. They were his favorite form of shimewaza, or strangling techniques. So he patterned the jacket lapel to be extra wide and extra strong, so he could grab the lapels, and also for gripping and throwing, so you could have a good handle to grip on. So the lapels were designed specifically for choking and grabbing for throws as well. So that's why Kano designed the judo gi, at least the lapels, the way he did. So a little bit of history background so you understand why they're so, lapel chokes and cross chokes are so prevalent in what we do. And you can see they're working on nice JUJI JIME there. So that's the point of the lapel, the jacket, and the lapels, the thick lapels. And also, like I said, they're very good for manipulating, for handles, for throwing as well. So you know that as well. So that's a little bit about the history of the lapels. And you can also see that we're using a lapel very much like a rope. And when you grab, it's just like you're tightening a noose around somebody's neck. And that lapel really does feel like a rope when you're doing a choke on somebody. All you guys that know, practice strangles and chokes, you know exactly what I mean. Okay, another little bit pointing about, a little bit thing to remember about shimewaza. Remember, the word shime means to pinch together, squeeze together tightly. Okay, and the neck is just one area that we can do that on, the neck and throat. The shimewaza, you can do it around the body and around the legs, other points of the body too. But it's come to be in judo, and certainly jiu-jitsu and you know, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, around the neck, the shimewaza. That's what's generally done at. Okay, but the idea of a choke or a strangle, it's kind of a generic name. We call them chokes, we call them strangles. A strangle, remember, cuts off the blood at the carotids, cuts off the blood supply, cuts off the air to the brain, the blood to the brain. That's a strangle, and that's often what you see in these lapel chokes. They're usually sleeper holds. You know, they go against the carotids on the side of the neck. A choke blocks the airway, blocks the trachea. A hadaka jime, naked strangle, a rear naked choke, that's often a choke because you're really squeezing the trachea shut. You're blocking the trachea, blocking it shut. So you can call them strangles, you can call them chokes, but technically one's a choke, one's a strangle. And here you can see these lapel chokes, these cross lapel chokes. They are very much not chokes, wrong nomenclature, they are strangles. Very much like a strangle. Again, think of it like a rope around the neck. So there you have a little bit about strangles and chokes, what the lapel is used for, and it's a very effective tool. And you know, like Rene Pomerel once told me, my old coach, everything's a handle, and certainly the lapels are great handles to strangle somebody with. So there you have it. We're going to work on, we were talking about creating space, fighting from the buttocks, you know, fighting off the guard, you know, newaza. So we're going to talk about that. We're add a little aggression to it. We're going to start with here's a drill we're going to do, basically. What we're going to start with is Derek is going to just get a nice JUJI JIME, you know, cross choke. Okay, in this case, which are, you know, Nami, it doesn't matter. Some go to the cross choke series. He's got it there. Okay, now he's starting with that, but look at the feet. Everybody look at these feet. 1 foot on this knee, 1 foot on that knee. He's sitting on his buttocks. He's got some space already. Okay, you may be fighting somebody and you're controlling, and you work up to this position. So this is the position we want to start. Now here's the drill. And it's a real active drill. And when Eric has to tap, he will tap, because eventually this choke will increasingly get tighter. Okay? And what Derek is going to do, he's going to keep pushing Eric down, flattening him, and then going for the choke. As he does, he'll just suck the choke up in. And as you come right back up on your knees, come right back up, and he's going to push you down again. And he's just going to keep doing it, pursuing it till he gets him to tap, and he will tap eventually. Okay. Then it's his turn to get revenge. Okay. And it's a real aggressive choke. So to start it is he's on his butt, be on your knees. He just climbs on and puts his feet in the correct position immediately. So get your feet in there. Okay. And he just goes ahead and he starts tying up his lapel choke. Now, or the cross choke. Now the cross choke, I always like the grabbing with the palms up, the gyaku, the reverse, because it's more powerful to me. Always remember, keep your wrists straight. Don't bend them, right? Okay, you can do this way, one over, one over. I like to pull them in. Doing it this way, you also pull them in tighter, okay? So when you're doing this particular drill, it's really nasty choke. Lapel's the choking with. You're getting up into the carotids here. So do it again. And you can see him when he gets to the lapel choke, he's way up in here on the carotids, way high up in there. Yeah, got that? See that? Okay, so now the feet here, Derek, if you do this right, you can just pop him out and squeeze it and he'll tap. There you go. Okay, that's the idea, to just do it once. But the drill on that, get really good at it, stay with it, keep working. You might move forward, you might move backward. Do it where you kind of keep inching forward. When you flop out, come back up, kind of move back a little bit. Yeah, there you go. So keep pushing and keep going with it. Okay, now maybe reverse directions. So push them down. Okay, come back up. You might say, oh, didn't need to. Push you.